Most injury cases settle before trial, but how long that takes depends on three factors. First and foremost, what kind of injury do you have? Is it a temporary injury? Is it a permanent injury? Let me put that in context for you. Let's say George is broadsided by someone who ran a red light. George is pretty banged up, his neck hurts, his shoulder hurts, his lower back hurts. These type of injuries are known as soft tissue injuries. They affect muscles, ligaments, and tendons and can be quite painful. George goes to his doctor and he's prescribed 2 months of physical therapy. When he's done treating, George is declared to be at a medical end. That means he's made a complete recovery. Yay, George. Soft tissue injuries are usually temporary in nature, and it takes about 2 or 3 months to heal with proper treatment. Now, let's say George is in the same accident, except this time he breaks his leg, requiring surgery that results in him having a permanent limp. George then has physical therapy that may take 2 or 3 months to complete. But once he's done with physical therapy, George is declared to be at maximum medical improvement. Maximum medical improvement means George is never going to be completely healed. It's a term used for people who have suffered a permanent injury, and it also may require future care. Getting to maximum medical improvement may take George a year or 2 before he's done treating. But the fact is, you can't even begin to settle your personal injury case until you are done treating and you are fully healed, or you are as good as you're ever going to get. Whether that's 4 months or 2 years, it takes as long as it takes to get better. And the reason why you need to wait until you're done treating before settling your case is because you won't know the measure of your harm until there isn't anything more to be done for the injury you sustained. The measure of your harm are those things such as lost wages, the total cost of medical treatment, scars, permanent impairment, and the duration of your pain and suffering. You need to have an end point in your treatment before you can determine the value of this very unfortunate event that was thrust into your life unnaturally. The second factor of how long it takes to settle your case depends on how well your case is documented. Once you're done treating, you need to collect your medical records and your medical billing and submit them to the insurance adjuster. How well of a job you do in putting this together will determine how quickly the adjuster will get back to you with an offer. But collecting records is a tedious and time-consuming process, and it can take months to get them. And then once you have them, to verify that they're complete. If everything is provided and nothing's missing, the adjuster will be able to respond sooner than later. But if you are missing records, not only will it delay the offer process, but it may also devalue your case, since some adjusters won't even tell you that they're missing records and will make you an offer based on what you have given them. The third factor is the negotiation process itself. You're done treating, you've submitted your records, now you have to get the fair value of what was taken from you. How long this takes is up to you, quite frankly, and if you want it over quickly, the adjuster will certainly be happy to oblige. But rest assured, it's going to be far less than what your case is actually worth. Getting the fair and reasonable value of what was taken from you will take time, patience, and determination on your part. The way I do it is that I set a value range of what I think the case is worth. For the purposes of this conversation, let's say $20,000 to $30,000. If the adjuster's first offer is $18,000, I take that as a great sign that I'll probably be able to get the case to settle within my range after some negotiation. But if the adjuster comes back at $10,000, that's well below my lower range of $20,000, and we're going to have to figure out why that is. Sometimes it's because the adjuster is missing some medical records. Sometimes it's because the adjuster forgot to enter some records when evaluating the claim. But sometimes it's simply because the adjuster just doesn't think the case is worth as much as you do. If you get the adjuster to a number within your range, though, your case will settle and you'll get a check as soon as the paperwork is processed, which is usually about 30 days or so. If the adjuster won't come off their lowball number, you can either bite the bullet and take the offer or reject it and file suit. If you file suit, you'll easily add 2 years onto the time it takes to settle your case. But don't take that as a bad thing. Sometimes that's what you have to do to get the fair value of what was lost because of someone else's negligence. A word of caution. Negotiating your own injury case is not recommended. The insurance adjusters are well trained in negotiation techniques, and it's their responsibility to pay out as little as possible. It makes their day when people try to handle their own cases, and statistically speaking, it will result in settling the case for less than what it's worth because they know you are inexperienced. Hiring a personal injury attorney as soon as possible after the injury occurs is absolutely in your best interest. How a case is handled at the beginning has a direct impact on how much the case will settle for at the end. Still think you can do this yourself? Listen, when you have a toothache, you go to the dentist. When your car breaks down, you go to a mechanic. When your appendix bursts, you go to a surgeon. Can you pull your own tooth? You know you can. Can you fix your own car? You can try. Can you take out your own appendix? I'm sure that you can. But do you have any experience in doing any of those things? Unless you're a dentist, a mechanic, or a surgeon, no. No, you don't. Are you going to know what to do when things go wrong? There's only so much YouTube videos can teach you. Nothing takes the place of experience. I'm Attorney Dave Buckley. I'm a personal injury attorney. I hope you never need me, but I'm here if you do.